Hey, Corey, can you look at this for me?
Is that your resume?
Yeah.
I don't know how you're gonna get a job right now. The unemployment rate is at like 15%.
Can you just look at it? Excuse me? Who are you?
I'm Anna. Tyler said I could come in.
Don't worry, she's just here to buy some weed.
I don't know if that's such a good idea. There's still a pandemic going on.
I felt that the film Crabs in a Bucket did a great job of capturing a lot of the essence of the pandemic from the home life perspective, and that being how there was this sort of simmering, quiet desperation and monotony to the day to day, and we all, or a lot of us, were still trying to find ways to achieve and navigate our goals within this really limited existence. And others of us sort of, it was just this complete dead time where nothing was happening. And I think the different characters within this home show some of those different reactions to the situation. And ultimately, the other piece of it is that we're forced into really close quarters with other individuals who we love but don't usually spend quite as much time with. And I think the product of that in some ways was also really beautiful, which this film shows. It's that we get to learn to appreciate those individuals again and spend quality time with them in a way that we may not have otherwise.
This is very circa beginning of the pandemic. I think it's very relatable. All of us have kind of been there where we're stuck inside. We're scared of strangers being near us, being in our home. We're disinfecting groceries, all of that. And we get to kind of watch all of the different ways in which the pandemic has affected this guy's life. He's looking for a job. He just got out of school. He's in debt. He's having to do these Zoom interviews, which was very funny. With his roommates kind of interfering with that unintentionally. But it's also affected his relationships with his friends and his roommates. And so having that big flood happen and they all had to kind of sleep in the same room, they had this really beautiful bonding experience. I thought it was so heartwarming to see these three men just hugging and embracing, and I thought that was really beautiful. And it kind of left on a button of hope, like he's going to get out of this and things are going to be okay.
I love the writing and interaction between the characters. They're all very comfortable with each other, and the performances were very honest. The staging of the apartment was really well done too, especially after the final scene with their little party, all their stuff being everywhere.
Genuinely just felt like I was hanging out in the apartment with the guys. Really felt like some authentic experiences I'm sure a lot of people could relate to. So in that way, it was really grounded. Great writing, great performances. Everyone just had that chemistry, and it really did kind of just draw you in and really make you feel like you had a front seat to just the slice of life that was unfolding.
These lovely interactions between roomies trying to overcome the pandemic and just making an effort to keep moving forward and surviving in this situation. They have fun interactions, very realistic, that can happen to anyone living with someone else in in a constant quarantine. It was just very honest. I really enjoyed it. The interactions looked very natural. The people looked like real friends.
Crabs in a Bucket definitely hit different, especially for its relatability, in the sense of it's very close to home when you're fresh out of college and in the midst of a global pandemic and somehow have to find a way to pay off student loans. It's a very terrifying concept. added to the fact of a global pandemic, which I don't think anyone has ever been through before. And so this whole situation is so insane. But what Crabs in a Bucket reminds us is there are people out there for you, friends and family.
Alexander movie, Crabs in a Bucket, is an illusion. You have the bucket, you have crabs all crawling over each other, but none of them get out of the bucket. What is this referring to? It is referring to three young men living together off campus. And for all of you that have done that, you know that it's, oh, the things that happen. And it's that interaction between the three young men that really propel the film and make us want to take an interest.
And framed in this comedy, it's for us to kind of reflect on the hardships of, trying to get a job and trying to deal with roommates and stuff during the pandemic. And the watching TV every day, the paranoia and all this. It's nice to see everybody get along at the end, but all the actors did a great job, and everybody was funny, and it was well written, well paced, and well edited, and good use of score, and just a good job all around.